I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Thank you guys for being here. This is the Capsaicin Connection, and I'm not sure how long I'm even going to go. I'm tired, and I haven't been sleeping enough. But I said I'd be here, and we're going to talk for a while, so that's what we're going to do. So I am sorry, but we're going to make the best of this. I appreciate everybody who's come over here, so thank you. Good to see you, Bizzle. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Chili Phil, Just Joan. Winchester Rex, good to see you. Blue Bayou, Brock Bandy, Winchester, Super X. All right, so here's the deal, man. I'm just struggling. And, you know, everybody has problems sleeping. After you've had a bunch of days in a row, things start to get hairy, and I want to start hurting people. And that's where I'm at right now. Patience is like that. I want to hurt somebody. That's terrible. I'm just being honest with you all. Sorry. Mike, good to see you. Krista Melinda, hello there. Allison Metcalf Palumbo, good to see you. So I have friends that are saying you can try this and certain steps to try to help sleep. I'm just struggling. Ray, good to see you. Snifteroo, good to see you. Hi, Pam. Hello there. Hi, Gamer Jackie. So here's what I thought we would do tonight or today, whatever we were doing. Let's talk about I could talk about what I want to talk about. Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. Primitive life ways. Everybody here is here for some reason. We're here to get fed, one reason or another. So let's talk about it. Instead of me yapping my gums, what do you guys want to talk about? Is there somebody struggling with something? Here's a cool thing. I was a regional director of a dating service, actually. Hi, Lilac Line. I had a whole bunch of offices. And the guy that put me in charge said, hey, listen, you have a bunch of offices. You're only in one. So what are you going to do about the offices you're not in? He told me something. He says, if it's happening in one office, it's happening in all of them. There's no office that's different. So we're all the same. My problems aren't really different than your problems, and your problems aren't really different than mine. So let's talk about this. Mischief Managed, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Jonathan, hello. Hope you're doing well. Stay humbled. I'm in the back of the building, baby. Let's go. Flood of Sins, hello there. So I've had a lot of people reach out, and some people are having success with journaling. Here's why it's got to be a short one. You guys got to ask questions because I can't keep a straight thought. I'm just telling you right now, I'm slipping. I probably shouldn't. I have no right sitting in front of a camera right now. I'm scatterbrained, so hopefully this is going to be a train wreck. Break plate. Yeah, you know what? I like the sound of breaking glass. Kids giggling and the sound of breaking glass are among my favorites. Keith Kingman, hello there. Rufus Williams, hello.
Sorry.
No problem. Heard you. How are you? Bizzle, good to see you. So Tommy's going to pinch hit. He's going to sit here. I'm going to back out of here and let him take over.
You're sticking around, aren't you?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. You really have problems?
I'm tired.
Are you?
I'm not sleeping, that's all.
Yeah, it's been,
as a YouTuber looking back, what was the worst habit you had to change? That's a hell of a question. Drinking.
There's a little honesty.
Yeah, no,
I like it.
being straight with you.
The
channel, there are more videos of me sober than there are of me with a drink in me. So
that's got to make it.
Thank you for being here, you guys. Hit the like if you don't mind. People.
How are you? You know, it's everybody's sort of going through. I'm having really serious problems with my back, but you know what? As bad as the pain in my back is, I wouldn't trade for not being able to sleep. Insomnia is one of the most, and you're gonna get through it. Everybody goes through bouts of it, but you're on a tear. How many? What
6 days?
Is it really?
Yeah. The last 2 nights in a row,
4.
Squirrels visiting me in the middle of the night.
That's because I'm not busting your chops, but you make noise. You know, when you're not sleeping, you thrash around and the cat hears it. Everybody hears it. It's one of those things.
That's a bummer. 2 Scovilles for the price of 1, Jeremy Fowler says.
That's right. It is 2 Scovilles for the price of 1.
Matt Torres, good to see you. He loves hot peppers. Guys, if you more than likely, Landon Malone, good to see you. More than likely, you guys are subscribed to Tommy. If you haven't, give me a solid and do that. Here's his channel right here. Really, seriously.
It's a Scoville clan at this
Well,
point.
here's the thing. Really, you know what? There's 4. If the mods can do me a favor, throw Reese up there as well as Casper. You know, you guys are in a couple months. You go, oh, I get it.
It won't even be a couple of months at this point. I want to tell you something. Just real briefly.
Daughter of the king, good to see you.
Just real briefly. We were going to, because Johnny had already promised this slot, we had a really cool show we were going to do on here. Tomorrow night, you got to come back because we're going to be doing a show that you probably haven't seen before on Chase the Heat. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. Look at that. Would you please? Speak of her and she appears.
It's like Candyman.
Don't say it 3 times. You've already done that with the lawyer.
I know.
You know, I'm outing you. He drops the names of lawyers whose names should never be said unless you're standing in front of a mirror. You're going to say it 3 times and allow them to come and destroy your career.
We weren't even talking about the lawyer. It was her mom that's the writing one.
Oh, see, now you're giving clues. And they're going to start like throwing names out. And it's Beetlejuice. Yeah. The 3rd time's a charm.
NJS 55, good to see you.
Every once in a while, you start feeling a little anxious. You know,
Varela, good to see you.
A guy like myself.
So, listen, there are people have been tuning in to quit something and to just kind of find connection. More, you know what? More to live on purpose and to have connection.
And you're tired.
No, but so where are you at? who's looking for some direction?
I'm going to go off on a rant. Can I? Because I'm fascinated. I got something in the pipe. I think when I first started to do this lifeboat stuff and I started talking about how we were all in the same boat, there were certain needs that everybody has, right? Really basic stuff. You got to eat, you got to sleep, right? A little exercise is a pretty good idea. It's really super important that you get certain needs met. And we live in a time today that is kind of bizarre because for the first time in my lifetime, relevance is now being listed as a hierarchy.
Isn't that weird?
It is absolutely a bizarre phenomenon, right? But because of social media, and we talked about this on my channel all the time, but social media is not a true representation of who we are, right? It's a representation of who we wish or how we wish people would see us. And most people, you know, you don't see the Facebook post of a dude standing with his kid going, caught Jeremy with a bag of dope today. And dad's just sitting there screaming at him. They're always just outside showing you their new car. Or, you know, Jeremy's doing great. Got his report card. I also found a bag of meth in his bag.
That's how it works.
Right. But that has created this environment where everybody wants to put this image out of the best version of themselves possible. And it doesn't exist. It's
like functioning, a functional family or dysfunctional. There's no such thing as a functional family. Every one of us, we're all dysfunctional.
Yeah.
I think.
If we start to strive, though, for needs that don't make sense, then we find ourselves, if those needs don't get met across the board, always, if our needs don't get met, then we find something to meet them. And people find alcohol, people find drugs. So now it's not just a case of, well, I want to be well fed, I want to slept well, I want all of those needs met. Now, on top of all of that is my social media need being met? Do people?
Isn't that weird though? That's so strange to me.
It's terrifying.
And you know, the thing about it is, it reminds me of a great expression. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh, that's a good one.
And the internet is nothing but a comparison machine. You know, maybe you start seeing what other people are driving or what they're eating or where they're vacationing, what their kids look like or you know what I mean? It's a problem.
When
they'll be relevant.
That's it right there, right? That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, they're all building themselves up with the best versions of themselves, which does not exist at all. So here's the deal. It's not that you can't have a wicked good time on social media, right? But just realize that when you see the picture of your friend that you went to high school with, and he's showing you his new gold Rolex and he's standing in the car, there's a decent chance he bought it in Taiwan for $285, right? And the car he might have rented from Enterprise Rental, right? Or he took a picture of the parking lot of his car. Don't build yourself up. And it's easy to go, hey, if you're judging yourself by those kind of standards anyway, if you're judging yourself by anything material, then you've slammed yourself in the car door anyway. But that's easier said than done. We're all going to make comparisons. Just don't make comparisons to things that are stupid and not real, right? Social media is not a place to go. I am finding myself happier and happier the more I sort of leave the world and come more into leave this world, leave that cyber world and come into the real one. So
We have to keep a clear division. That's for sure. That's for sure.
He
Because
can't stay home because he hates his wife. Certainly not me. You're talking about. Yeah, he can't stay home because he doesn't like his wife.
Landon says, hurt people who aren't in some sort of therapy is a recipe for a toxic person. You can have empathy for them, but I recently learned that this is not my job to help them.
Good for you.
And if they don't want help.
Yeah, good for you. It's nobody's job to try to drag the horse to water, right? It isn't.
Hi, Floyd.
I wrestled with this for a really long time because I would say to myself, yes, it was a liar, liar quote. I find myself in see, Brock Bandy got that. Brock Bandy got that.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sharp stuff. If you're not finding your the joy in life, in things based in reality, then you'll chase it forever. It's fascinating when you see these people that put so much relevance into things like whether or not I'm liked, whether or not people care about me, this and that. I have found since starting to work with people on the lifeboat that social media is probably one of the biggest diseases that are currently going across the world. Honestly, it's.
I don't think if society lasts long enough, they'll do studies at some point, looking back and realizing the detrimental effect it's had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it is an addiction.
There you go. Lisa says, I was brought up in an alcoholic home. Everything had to look good. My grandfather was all about image. Very, very important to him. Yeah, I get that. I had people in my family that were kind of like that.
Now it's just exacerbated.
What would they think of me? That kind of a thing.
Now it's just exacerbated. When we were kids, when you went to high school, once a semester, at the end of the semester, they would print the grades of the kids in the newspaper. And the kids that got on the honor roll were listed. Those are kids that got really good grades. And everyone I knew's parents were more interested in that list than the kids were. And it didn't have anything to do, in my opinion, with the kids as much as it had to do with parents who looked at it as a report card that had been printed like social media was before social media. Everybody got to go, ooh, you know what? The Smith family's not taking really good care of their kids, are they?
Right.
Kids getting D's. The hell's going on in that family? He's probably snorting blow.
Right.
Honestly, it was the start of all of that.
Marimallo is here for the first live stream. We've been waiting. Glad you're here.
Where have you been? Marmallow. It sounds like something I would have said at some point in my life.
It sure does. Marmallow. Hi, Sherry LeBrun. Good
Oh,
to see you.
you know what it is? It's that Dice Clay reference. That's what that is. Okay, I'm sorry.
I knew. I thought you were.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't doing that. I was actually lost. Sometimes.
Okay, so Winchester Super X. I myself was on a 5-year hardcore bender, going, I'm fine. So I realized I wasn't fine. I got to change something, or that won't end well. Boy, you know what?
God bless you. Most people don't come to that realization.
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because once you're in the middle of it, you're too in the middle of it to even step back.
Correct. It's like being in the forest. Honestly, you can't see squat. Everything around you is pointing in the, back in it yourself. That's excellent. For me, they had to put handcuffs on every time.
Right. Check this out. This is a great comment. Social media is a tool. It can be used for good or evil. A hammer is just a tool. It can be used to build a house or smash windows or a neighbor. It has to do with my intentions when I use it.
That's beautifully put. In fact, it's just about perfect, right? Because right now we're bad-mouthing the snot out of social media on a social media platform, talking about what's wrong with social media.
Well, here's the thing. I mean,
did you get that?
I did.
I lost myself at social media.
There are pockets of loveliness, and there's no look. If you look at Tommy's channel, there's a wicked crossover, and Reese's as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys put up? I know you put Reese's up. I hope you did. I hope you put Reese's channel and Casper's. Hope you guys.
Marie, good to see you. Cindy, what's happening? Krista, Melinda, how are you? Did you do a roll call? Because I don't feel like you did a roll call.
Listen, I'm slipping.
Wow.
No, I did kind of a roll call, but
I don't believe that's the truth because I carried a chair in here about 40 seconds into this. I don't think you could have done a roll call.
Let's see some ones in the chat if you remember a roll call. Now, it may not have been a super extensive one, but there was a roll call. You'll see some ones.
Are you stipulating for the fact that it wasn't a real roll call before you do your poll?
No, there was.
Put a 2 in the chat if you did a
Reese.
real roll call. Yeah, Reese, who gave you a wrench before she gave me one.
I saw Left Eye Pat is here.
You changing the subject?
Not at
you
all.
are changing the subject.
Not even a little bit.
That's what he's doing, people. I'm not sure.
Look at that. Chili Phil, I was on self-destruct mode after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Then I found the bus and took me off. and it took me to the lifeboat.
I love that. I love that. Ground transportation or on ground or on the sea. And quibs, as you, I'm not sure if you know.
There's some people that saw the, see that?
Yeah, one lies, the other swears to it. You guys, yeah, I'm not, you knock that off, you liar head. And there's a link for Casper's channel. I'd like to bring you guys up to speed really quick on this because I think it's important. It is wild, right? Johnny Scoville can eat the hottest things on earth and then talk as if he's having popcorn. It's a superpower. We all know that Reese's superpower is she's Nancy Drew on steroids and has kept all of the receipts and really built two really good cases. One for why Scientology is one of the worst cults that has ever been created.
Nancy Drew, you're kind of like Nancy Grace. So
you did that.
Holy, sorry, it was the sleep. That's the sleep talking.
Holy hell, you did that.
Remember David Spade? You called me Nancy Grace. It's the sleep talking. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. You were there.
Okay, so what I was saying is, before I was so severely mocked, is that this is the first time when we've had an opportunity to have a professional involved, and having Nancy Drew was the main character of a series of books that were written, and she was a very young detective female. She was a woman who was a detective, young girl.
Did she have a sister?
I don't remember, but she had a very young. She was a very young girl who solved mysteries all over the place. She was very logical, and she kept tons of receipts. And you kind of remind me of her from time to time. Did somebody say, "Where's Johnny"? I mean, where's Tommy?
Chili Phil.
I would
no alcohol on April 12th, 2 years. It's pretty awesome, dude.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Where's Tommy Boy? There you go. Not Nancy Grace. See, yeah, not Nancy Grace. I'm a T-Moo.
I meant that, and I did mean that.
T-Moo male version of Nancy Grace.
Your sober dates.
But what we've been doing behind the scenes currently this is all of the high tech stuff. I will tell you guys today that I have been the ASMR stuff. I'm not lying. It's we're working on it. Casper is putting this together, and today I was sitting in front of a microphone and putting long hours in so that the one of the first things that's going to go up. There's going to be some self-help stuff up on the lifeboat, but everything that we are laying into place right now is to take a shot at helping people stay sober and getting rid of a couple of nasty cults. It's a lot of fun having a professional to work with. Johnny's doing it as well. There's going to be ASMR stuff over here to go to sleep to, which I think is pretty wild.
I bet it'll help.
It will. Maybe it'll help you.
I do a thunderstorm app,
but it's going to be the thunderstorm app
I've gone past
with the dulcet sounds of Johnny Scoville. Right? Voice slightly hoarse from 45 billion Scoville units.
I'm thinking of Peter Griffin on talk radio.
The Dana sisters. That kind of sounds familiar.
Nancy, I'm just about sure Nancy Drew had a sister. There were two Dana sisters.
You're thinking of the Drew sisters? I don't think the Drew sisters were a thing.
Could be wrong.
Come on, we've got some well-read people here. Is there a... Thank you, Brock Bandy. Well,
there you go. That's your girl.
Have that,
there you go. It's a great comment. I'm sorry.
I have that effect on
me. Go, Dorsey. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here.
I have that effect on me.
I don't think I could fall asleep to the sound of my brother's voice. We won't ask you to do that.
You could probably fall asleep to the sound of my brother's voice, though.
Ross, good to see you.
Yeah, the question is, can you fall asleep to the sound of the dulcet tones? Tommy Scoville.
The Hardy Boys. Are we thinking of the Hardy Boys?
I wasn't thinking the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys used to kick it with Nancy Drew. It was the Hardy Boys Nancy Drew mysteries. I'm surprised you don't remember that.
I remember it.
The 70s were awesome.
I'm surprised you'd be willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
No shame there, people.
I do leave a lot of ASMR messages for my fiance. To be really honest, I leave her messages where I try to drop down an octave and do my, hey, quibs.
Never forget the two Corys, says Left Eye Pat.
Oh, no, there's no forgetting the two Corys, Feldman and Feldman. Come on, we're not smutting up any dead people, but Feldman is still the gift that keeps on giving. Your TV is steaming? Well, that's okay.
You just can't watch Feldman after.
Who loves cap cramps in here, says Swiss Face. I need a card. Good to see you. And it does get the job done every single time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's right. Good quote.
I need a card. Good
Nothing
to see
like
you.
Sex Panther. This stuff's illegal in 85 countries. Helm. You know, it's funny you say that. I'm a fan of the helm. I'm sorry, what was that? What did you just do that? I'm telling you.
I was going to throw out
he's without sleep.
A quagmire.
Yeah.
Johnny, look up Waitlist by Marconi Union. The sounds that make up the song are scientifically proven to reduce anxiety and relax you for sleep. Almost never make it 30 minutes before I'm out.
Wow. She Reese knows. She knows I'm a captain. I love the helm. I'm never happier. Captain's hat on.
All right. Rumor has it you have a future in it where you wear a bite suit. Let me show you guys something. If you guys are watching a live stream the other day, I interviewed Gary Smith from Lone Star Mastiff Farms. Sure, they grow peppers, but when they're not growing peppers, they breed these dogs the size of like
they grow
mythological creatures. And he has said that Tommy and I come to his ranch. We're gonna don this suit, not the one this guy's wearing, because this is kind of like a Santa Claus suit. But you'll see the animal that's gonna go after us. Will you look at that thing?
Wait a second, that's not a dog.
No, it's a hellhound. It is a dog.
I'm pretty sure that's not a dog.
Those are just 3-year-olds holding it.
You know what that looks like?
What?
It kind of looks like a rhinoceros.
This one's even scarier.
Oh, how you doing?
You look at that.
Oh, how
you look at where his neck, like 4 inches behind his mouth, where his ears are, and then you look where his shoulder is. There's just too much dog there. I've never seen that much dog there. You know what I mean?
Like it's got a throat like a pelican, and it's got a mouth like a. Are you sure that's not a chupacabra?
There could be a chupacabra.
Quibs, pay attention. That was a chupacabra.
Anyway, we're gonna put the suit on and run down down the field. He's gonna go get it. He's gonna get a mouthful of Scoville.
Pretty sure that's a Carl Hungus film. made by
they do have
that's a Jackie Treehorn production.
Jackie Treehorn reference.
Where's my fiance? She's gonna love the Jackie Treehorn reference.
There'll be a lot of people that get that one.
Yeah, that's a good.
Look at that. The dog looks like a lion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Hoopacabra, she says.
You know what? You're funny.
That's why we can't have nice things.
That's why we can't have nice things.
The dogs love the taste of Tommy. Here's the Lone Star Mastiff website if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
No going back to the farm after you've met Carl Hungus.
No.
I've seen it 100 times.
We have many Treehorn films.
Oddly enough, a couple with that title as well.
Okay, Daughter of the King. Just subscribed to Casper, and I have all 4 of the horsemen on my list.
I love that. I love that. Chili Phil says it would cost $1,000 a week to feed that dog.
You know what?
If you fed them, losers.
A pallet of food every 10 days. I asked him.
Really?
A pallet
every
for all
10
of his
days.
dogs. A pallet, dude.
That it would take that dog probably the better part of 4 days to eat beefy.
Land of Alone. Is that real? No, it really is. That one in particular is just such an amazing.
And we're going to allow that dog to attack me? Is that what we got going on?
Yeah, we're going to put on a little light windbreaker. And
so I'm going to go out there with a members only jacket and try to piss that dog off. Is that the idea? I'm going to go out there with a members only jacket and go, let's do this, dog. Yeah, I don't want to be part of that. It sounds like a dumb idea. What could possibly go wrong? It's going to pull my arm out of my socket. What happens if it gets a hold of you and runs away? It looks like it could take an arm off.
He trains it for like alphabet agencies.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better because my life has gone so well every time I got around alphabet agencies.
Look at this. Left Eye Pat's sister had a Neapolitan Mastiff.
Is that an ice cream?
Yeah, it's got chocolate in front, strawberry in the middle, and vanilla on the rear.
Could it be the other way around?
Unless he messed with the kids. Kids were very safe.
Yeah, I believe that. See, Quibs, that gets it. She says, no, you're not. Robin Bliss says, put some bacon in your pocket because if you want a dog to like you, you should always put a little bacon in your pocket.
Absolutely. Here you go from Clues. Johnny, you know how much the Apollo pepper? I don't know anything about it. It's one of those. No, listen.
Seems like it's hard to get.
He identifies as the pepper guy. You let him play with it. It's all right.
He's
let him have his fun. Heard ya. Johnny, If you could pick only one sauce to exist that Hellfire makes, which one would you choose? All others disappear forever. That's pretty rough. You know what? Believe it or not, lately I'm on this apricot, not your grandma's barbecue sauce, the apricot. It's wicked good. Their blueberry hell is pretty spectacular also. So, I don't know. Be a hard one.
But if I could only have one sauce, it would probably be made by Tabasco. I mean it. I'm a fan. My mouth's watering thinking about it. Quibs pounds this stuff. You have no idea. She puts it on.
I was saying on the video. Remember when we were kids, we used to drink that?
Yep.
I was saying that in the video.
Yeah.
I think yesterday.
From a very young age, we did a lot of Tabasco.
Wow, she's got something there. I'm onto it. I like it.
Instead of the wood chipper. Yeah, no, you know what? I like that idea. Cotton candy.
Yeah, you bring them out there into the field, one of those big giant suits. They say, okay, get that suit off. And quickly run.
You know what's crazy? Reese is talking about there was a cotton candy spicy thing that I found, or actually Johnny Scoville found, and the two of us ate it. And it was
we tried
those things shouldn't be mixed. Cotton candy shouldn't have spice on it. There, I said it.
Blue Bayou. When I skied, I put some dog treats in my pocket. Search and Rescue used to train avalanche dogs. Nice.
I'm coming back someday. Come what may.
This is funny. I gotta read this. He says the Apollo pepper is even hotter than the Pepper X.
Really?
Can I tell you something? There's zero truth. He
If
may say that.
If he told you that a Wolverine would make a good house pet, would you believe him?
There's zero truth to that.
Because you got as much chance of picking up pixie sticks with your butt cheeks as him ever letting you get a look at Pepper X. Like what I did there?
Yeah, double.
Going deep. That's right, people.
Yeah, listen, here's the deal. He's having fun. He identifies as an honest pepper grower. You gotta let him.
Frank's, there's nothing wrong with Frank's. I used to put that
crap on everything. I like Frank's.
On everything.
I'm fond of it.
It is the OG.
Heard you ask, is blueberry hell good on anything other than desserts? No. I know it might be, but I've only had it on brownies, ice cream, you know what? Waffles and pancakes. Stunning on waffles and pancakes. It's got the perfect bite.
I like I don't mind vinegar. It's definitely kind of a vinegar forward flavor, but I love it. And it's got the right amount of bite. It really does. Dumber than a bag of hammers. Good.
There's your next challenge, Johnny. Eat some 7 pots while wearing the bite sleeve while canine's attacking you. I think we'll do that. We'll have to bring peppers.
And can we throw in some really disgusting smelling fish and I can just be scarred forever in one day?
That's just scary. Have you thought about that? It's going to be kind of scary.
Yeah.
That's a huge animal, man.
Actually, it's 2 huge animals.
And it's angry. It looks angry.
It does look angry. In fact, when you thought, I wonder how much that dog weighs, my first thought was angry. He looks.
Hold on. Justine, comment. Sorry, I'm late. Hey, Admiral, who's in the picture with you on the wall behind you? It's me.
That would be my brother.
That's this guy.
Dennis
Brace, good to see you. Check this out. Late to the party, but over 2 years sober.
Oh, no.
You can be as late to the party as you want with 2 years of sobriety under your belt.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Look at that. Dennis Brace, congratulations, my brother. The official participation trophy of the lifeboat given out on Chase the Heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seems like the thing to do.
I do it on my channel all the time.
You should.
I do. This is a great one. Kristen ordered razorberry apricot sauce. Can't wait for that one to get it. You're going to love it. It's very, very good. Tommy should be a comedian. It's a funny bloke.
I am nothing if not a bloke.
I've been saying you're a bloke for a long, long time.
Yes.
Okay, Ray asks, what is the best pepper for someone who enjoys a medium kind of heat? Best pepper. You know what? Jalapeno really is the best. I mean, you can get jalapenos that'll blow your hair back.
I'm telling you.
And the flavor is great. It's super consistent with flavor, at least. It's
I was about to say.
It's not super consistent with flavor. Hey, every 10 peppers, you're going to get one that is going to frighten you. It's just kind of the way it works. He's saying now they have a 4 million Scoville in reserve.
Nice.
You got to love him for that. I mean, he's having a
you know what he is? He's the professional wrestler of the.
Right.
This new one's going to be 9 million Scoville units, brother.
Striker Bud.
That's right.
Love seeing Striker Bud here. Good to see you, man.
Did you know Striker Fox? By any chance?
Does anybody in the chat know who Striker Fox is? I bet nobody knows.
Quib says I'm very blokey.
Good to see you.
We had a dream.
902.
King of Swing.
Pretty
He
blokey.
gave her things and she was boy.
Gamer Jackie, I don't know if Razorberry will ship to the UK. Here's the deal. If they do, just know this. You go to the website and you'll know when you get to the end and you try to ship it. But the shipping, the maker doesn't control the shipping costs. That's a drag because the shipping is insane.
What difference would that make? You're from the Northwest, are you not? Another person outside the US? I knew that. I'm kidding.
He's a used car salesman. That's not fair to used car salesman, dude.
No, that's
gonna
true.
hurt some feelings out there.
I've got friends that sell used cars.
So do I, man. If they're watching this, you're like, what do you say?
Uncalled for.
For real, man. I heard you. He speaks 91% the truth. That's beautiful. I love that.
That is a good one. And the rest is just water anyway. Do you like Chipotle hot sauce?
Do I?
Yeah,
Sure.
Rufus wants to know.
Oh, love Chipotle. How do you not love Chipotle? You know what I did today?
Are you trying to get me in a fight with my fiance? That's the whole purpose of that one.
No, is that a touchy subject?
I've got some issues.
Is there a Chipotle issue?
I have a Chipotle.
Today we went to
They made me sick
where were we
a couple
today?
of times.
Walmart. We were at Walmart today, and they had these little teeny miniature little bottles of hot sauce.
They were miniature.
It was lovely. Bought a bunch of them. Global News Wars, forget about it. Glad you're here. Good to see you. Look at this. This is a great comment. He loves it. If he's marrying me, he loves it. Well, I'll tell you what, she's laying down a lot there.
It's too late.
That's how it starts.
I already got the ring.
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.
I already got the ring.
Yeah, it's a little too late for that.
You know,
Here we go. Lisa's got a good one. Be careful with the bite suits, escapades. The people who do that really have to know where to. You know what? I was thinking about that. What if they got, what if they got you, there's a hinge here, there's a little bit of a gap. What if they got you in the gap?
Well, you know what? They've been telling us this stuff forever. You know what I mean? Like I've done a couple of stunts on skis that were pretty epic. We jumped 2 buses that were coming up the road. So we were flying over the top of the buses on skis, and it was way back in the day. But and they would say, you know, you got to be careful because you just, you know, you can't. But we've screwed around with every single thing we've ever done, and we've done so well with it.
May as well keep that going.
There's no point to start, you know, really thinking about these things before we do them. There'll be no damn content. Everything my dumb brother asked me to do is stupid.
You can't get hissed until you get that ring out the roll top desk. Nice, sweet. You get it? No, brother. It's at the bottom of an ocean.
No, I brought the ring. She stomped her foot and said it 3 times.
It's not the ring. It's the wrong ring.
It's the wrong ring.
I know you play guitar. Do you have any original? I do, but in fact, if you go to the playlist, there's like a couple hundred songs in there. Of course, most of them are other people's, but there's some mine.
You wrote a pretty vicious song back in college called Corner Baggy Blues.
I did. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was fun. Lay down the law, Reese, says Gene.
Oh, don't you.
Oh, Gamer Jackie. Sorry, Reese, but I agree with Tommy. Chipotle is the Panda Express of Mexican. I love that.
You know the only problem with that? I love Panda Express. But there's only one thing I eat in there, but I love it.
Wine a little bit more. Both Scoville brothers in the flesh.
Yes.
And blood, yes.
And
Brendan says, what? 2 of you?
Yeah, I
Twins, Basil?
imagine
It's
my
great. It's a great comment.
it really is a good one.
He's a suitor.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was doing a stream and somebody in the chat goes, I'm confused. Is Tommy eating peppers now?
Yeah, there's some overlap. In the old days, it only went in one direction. Now, occasionally,
it goes back and forth.
Somebody that finds me first will find you, and that's pretty funny.
I'm waiting until I'm out somewhere and someone asks me a really heavy question. I'm like, I eat peppers. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, cool.
Lisa's serious.
What are we serious about?
The last thing she said.
What was the last thing she said?
Listen, a short window here. Are you kidding me?
Well,
they have 6 seconds. They forget everything.
But how do you know you didn't put up something that you shouldn't have put up?
It happens to me all the time. I'm going back and researching.
I got a good feeling. There it is.
Oh no, she's talking about being careful, and she's right. Because here's the thing: the way the suits are, they're not like a whole. There's a break mark here, and
there's the man who wants to take a wooden match in his teeth and light it on the face of a stone wall while going by in a flight suit at 230 miles an hour.
You have derailed well. Who doesn't want to see Tommy and I do wingsuit? Come on. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see us wingsuit.
Here's the only problem with that.
You boys
that,
heading
right?
towards Tishomingo?
Gopher.
See that? There's some people that want wingsuit. Remember we were talking about just the night? We were on the just the night. We were sitting right there.
Go figure. Stryker wants it. With a name like Stryker. Stryker Fox invented the wingsuit.
See, it's a lot of ones in there.
We
Here's
lost him while he was
we're
training.
not gonna listen to me. We're not gonna train in like Switzerland or anything stupid like that. We're gonna just, you can see that, right?
Here's the thing with Johnny Scoville. See that? Quibs gets it. Here's the thing with my brother. My brother does these. He's the incremental master, right? Because he'll go, people would really like to see us shoot a video together. We should do something. People like when we're together. And I go, yeah, no, I can do that. And then he comes back and goes, hey, I got this fish. It's rancid. It's been in the desert for 6 months. Somebody defecated inside it and then put it inside the shell of a turtle and put it in a microwave oven, bolted it shut and left it in the sun for 6 weeks. The smell of that stuff alone. But it's always that increment. Like he says, come on, we'll wingsuit. And I promise, we're not going to go near anything. We're going to wingsuit out in the middle of nothing. It'll be 3 jumps, right? And he'll be high-fiving people on the ground going by for the selfies.
What's your favorite non-spicy snack? What do you think? You're not much of a snack. Oh, you know what? You like the nerds, those sour nerds.
Oh, yeah, no, the nerd
Tommy
clusters.
loves the sour nerds.
I've got issues with nerd clusters.
Yeah. What Bizzle says. YOLO, dude.
YOLO?
You only live once, man. And he's donned that wingsuit. Here's the thing. You don't need to go out and buy a fancy wingsuit. I swear I was watching this the other day. Dude stands up there with a carpet. I'm not even sure. Like the one he's had in the bathroom. And on the edge of a cliff. And I mean, he's flying with a carpet. You don't need to buy
And they didn't even play the soundtrack from Aladdin, which I think was really a missed opportunity.
Wow. Oh, I read that wrong. Scared the hell out of me for a second. Reese, tell these guys how to pronounce my name sometime. You did right the first one of you go. It's Jan Hansen. Jan, not Jean. Is it Jan?
Well, you're not very bright then, are you?
I'm butchering it. I don't mean to. Are you kidding me?
I
raised
your
my pantry.
Oh.
Everything. I know. Yeah. That's
it.
It froze me in my tracks for a second.
That's it.
I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Jeanne? It's either Jeannie, Jean, or Jeanne.
Oh, it's Jeannie. It's JH.
It's Jeannie. It's Jeannie.
Nobody puts
Did I say Jeannie wrong?
Nobody puts Jeannie in a corner. It's JH. I get a good feeling. Like I dream of? Well, there, it comes full circle. We were just talking about magic carpets. There is a video of a guy.
What? There is? Really?
No, there's a video of a guy that rides a magic carpet. He jumps off.
It's amazing.
It really is.
I know. And there's nothing special about that.
There is nothing special about it. He has 2 little
Well, he's got hand things,
right?
And his feet go into a little thing. So
right.
Otherwise, it's going to flop around. He's going to be dead
in a pouch. Right. But other than that, it's just a carpet. And the funny thing is, he bought a carpet. I'm guessing the guy that bought that other thing, with the suit, probably paid thousands of dollars for it.
Here's the deal. This, you know what a wingsuit costs?
You do.
Not that I've looked into it, but about $6,000. But here's the thing: the carpet you can get a remnant carpet for like $50, dude. 30 even.
I'm not jumping off a cliff strapped to no carpet, you asshat. It doesn't make any sense at all, man.
Crudely fashioned little cup for your feet on the back end. I'm good to go.
This is how it starts, Pete.
Can I tell you something? I've seen them do this 1,000 times. Before you know it, we'll be up there going, it's only $6,000. You can do this. No problem. You just want to clear that first ridge.
I was sitting in an office. I'll tell you a story. It's a true story. I was sitting in an office working my job. I had a suit and a tie on, and why not?
Whoa, what are you talking about? Is this, am I involved in this?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
I was working at a talent agency.
Oh, yeah.
And my office phone rang, and it was Johnny Scoville. And he said, hey, have you ever thought of jumping out of an airplane? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And he goes, would you do it? And I said, if the opportunity presented itself, yeah, I'd absolutely jump out of an airplane. And like the cartoons, or like Lenny and Squiggy, the door went boom, banged open, and he was standing there with my boss. He's like, get up, we're going skydiving. That's honestly how it went down the first time. So you got to be very careful with the things that you say to Johnny, because you'll go, I might do that. And the next thing you know, there'll be some jackwagon at the door with a wingsuit going, let's do it.
I thought you were
like it's Point Break.
I thought I don't know why. I thought you were going to tell a story that the two henchmen came to get Pete.
Oh, wasn't that great? We beat the snot out of these guys in that office while wearing ties. I
He
choked
was,
one out.
the guy who owns the company was fooling around with one of his.
Allegedly.
So we're sitting here working. Also, hear banging and crashing. So we had two guys looking like thugs came in and tried to rough them up. Anyway, listen, Bizzle asks if you're not okay, you're not twins, but did you make up your own language? I've seen TV shows about it. I was basically only a kid. My sister moved out when I was younger. We kind of
Absolutely. Do we have a language that we can communicate in that other people don't get? Yeah,
you betcha.
we do.
Sometimes it's not even a word; it's literally a look.
Like we can have. My mom gets really bent out of shape about it. And sometimes my sister does too, because we'll laugh at things and they think we're laughing at them, but we've been having conversations without having conversations. It absolutely happens. But you know what? You don't have to be related to somebody to do that. I've known Quibbs a year and she does it. We go to restaurants and she can order what I'm going to order. Like she will look at the menu and know what I'm going to order. She's almost never wrong.
Hey, have you ever eaten an umiboshi plum?
You know, it's funny you say that. It's been on my list of things to do for so long. I can't back that up.
Umiboshi.
It was the first time.
It's a great comment. Look, it's the two old guys in the balcony on the Muppet Show.
Holy crap, that's awesome. Who said that?
That's Todd McCausland. That's great.
Dude, that's a great comment, Todd.
That's a good one.
That really is a good one, man.
And you
See, people, if you're going to do it, that's probably the way to do it.
You do tosses in it. Giggity. Yeah, that was funny. Rico, what do you think about the drone situation? I don't know what you're talking about.
That would be the drones flying.
Yeah, you know, here's what I think. You know what's funny? I think forever, people were seeing, you know, UFOs, and we were saying, hey, we see UFOs. And what was the government saying? There are no UFOs. You aren't seeing UFOs. The second the government comes out and says, we got UFOs, what do we say? There are no UFOs. We just don't believe the government. I don't know what to say.
Everybody draws comparisons. What's the biggest difference between us? Well, I'm considerably better looking. I think we got.
I was trained in Juilliard.
Traveled extensively. Survived the Black Plague.
We both do good imitations of each other. That's pretty much it. He's done good imitations of me. Like he knows my social at the drop of a hat. I know his. I mean, this.
Yeah, we used to pretend to be each other pretty often.
That wasn't like for fun. It was always like when it required. It wasn't like we went out there. Hey, listen, I got an idea tonight.
Yes. No, truthfully, the biggest difference. Johnny is probably been voted the guy most likely to finish whatever it is he's about to start, even if it's one of those really like he would say things and I'd go, oh. And then he finishes it. He sets his mind to do some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. You've heard the story, but he trained for a marathon in 90 days. Right? Like 100 days after you started, you ran a marathon. And he trained at sea level and then ran the marathon in Omsk, Siberia at like 13,000 feet or some crap.
All right, let's go.
It was just plain stupid. But he does I would never do that. I don't have that kind of willpower. He has way more willpower.
You know what's funny? The first day I trained for that, he went with me. And I ran, he had rollerblades on. And by the end, he was dying.
Well, both of us were dying. It's just the only difference was you were vomiting, I was vomiting, but you went, I'll meet you here tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll do it again. And I went, why would I do that? Like, this isn't fun.
Is Tommy the naughty little brother? Or I'm the naughty older brother.
Every
once in a while, we're both naughty together, and that's bad.
Here's what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened. This happens a lot with brothers, especially if there's a gap that's a little bit longer, a little bit wider. So it's like 4 years is the gap, 9th grade to 12th grade kind of thing, right? That's a big gap. So I tried to live up to my brother's partying reputation that he did before me. And then what happened is I kind of got off the rails really, really badly. And then when we linked back up together, I was a criminal I really was. I was a no joke criminal. And I had a brother who was a salesman and a solid dude. Of course, he became a criminal in 8 minutes because that's,
Johnny's a finisher. That's wingman speak if I ever heard it. A great comment.
It is a really good comment. It is a really good comment.
Really believes, it's not the kind of naughty sister, but I'm glad you're happy. Not that kind of naughty sister. What'd you say? He said, I didn't want to go back. It was something naughty. You talk. I get some drink. I'll be right back.
Well,
Parched.
bring it up for two or don't. Hey, Miss Sunrise, not good to see you. So, no, but honestly, that would be the biggest difference. There's so many things that he's done. Johnny used to carve the most intricate things you've ever seen, where it would be a box made of like a piece of wood, and he would carve a box out of it. And inside the box would be hollowed out, and there would be a ball in it that you couldn't get out. And then he would hollow out the inside of the ball and put a box inside that. And he would keep doing that until they were microscopic. And when he first started and told me what he was going to do, or he would whittle out of a big chunk of wood a wooden chain link kind of a thing. So you have a wooden chain. And I would say, dude, that's going to take you. He'd go, yeah, no more than like a year. And he would, take a few hours every night to work on it. It's like, I don't have that kind of follow through. I look at things like that and go, no, there's just no way. If he sets his mind to it, he's going to do it. He's a bit of a freak that way. But that really is the truth. That's a really good question. And I love a question when somebody comes up with something. You get one of those questions occasionally in the chat where you go, well, that's a great question. Like, do you have any idea where my remote control is?
Behind the couch.
Yeah, it's probably behind the couch. You might want to check there. But do you know of any place that still does bubble balance his tires?
I do not.
Neither do I.
Heck of a question.
I'm sorry. Do you know what bubble balancing a tire is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Is that something to get away from? It probably is.
I don't know. What is with that smell? What?
Rico, you guys are the prime example of brotherly love.
I think there's something to that.
Yeah.
We didn't always get along.
Well,
but we do now. We are the best of friends, to be sure. And now we have a this is an odd situation. Very few, we've not had a lot of significant others that have liked the fact that we were brothers.
You know what I mean? That's true. It's an odd thing.
Well, I'm not
like really, every woman I was with loved. Here's the thing. Initially, they love the fact that I got a brother. Then they're like,
yeah. And then they say stuff like they pick on you for the stupidest things, like your brother's always late. He peed in my silverware drawer. Like that, just nitpicky stuff that they never let go. Right? Yes, from time to time I was late. And once, in a drunken stupor, I may have mistaken his
it was New Year's
silverware drawer for a urinal. I've seen it 100 times.
You can see if you saw where it was in relation to the bathroom.
I said that before you put that up, Quibbs. I knew that was coming.
He knew silver. The funny thing was he opened the silverware drawer and then shut it when he was done.
Let's just say I was not at my best.
Not at all. That was the same night that we were the drunken taxi driver.
Look, ew, sharing a bottle. If you knew the things we've shared, I can't go there.
There's been some sharing, people.
Quibbs, you were there. I'm sorry. That was bad timing. It just sounded funny. I'm sorry.
Rob?
I'm sorry. Come on. That was funny.
Does anybody know that, Rob, you were there? It's such a great reference.
It's a great reference. It really is. I'm sorry. That was funny. Quibbs, don't get mad at me.
Brock Bandy's got to leave. Work roads are bad.
Hey,
good night.
Be careful, my brother. Please drive safely. Sorry about that, Quibbs. That'd be sick. I know. Come on.
I was there.
It was a soft, one of those slow pitches. You got to hit that.
It was a layup. There's no two ways about it. Jeannie, only way to tell them apart is a hat. One's a beard, braids, both adorable. In the dark, can't tell the difference. Just saying. Voice wise, you can.
Yeah, I'm a little bit taller than Johnny. He had a surgery to remove a vertebra.
You were still probably a half inch taller.
I think I was probably an inch
I did
taller.
lose an inch from that.
But yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling.
Not sure whether to be impressed or disgusted with the whole silverware drawer thing.
No, I'm not proud of this. So
here's the funny
thing.
Trying to wake him up. I'm like, dude. He's like, leave me alone, dude. Like I was bothering him. I'm like, hey, stop. And you're like, leave me alone, man. True story.
I in my defense, have you ever heard of a beer called Utica Club? The answer is probably no, I haven't. And I could say very few other people have, but it is panther urine. And we went into a store. I must have
Was
been,
it $1
I
six
wasn't
pack or
even
something?
open. Yeah, I wasn't even old enough to drink. And I walked into this store like this with a handful of money and I went, how much beer does this buy? Right. We had a pretty good buzz going. And the guy said, it depends on what you want to drink. And I said, well, we want to buy the most beer we can get. And he says, related, what is okay. He said, well, if you buy Utica Club, I've had this stuff in the back for a really long time. And I could probably sell it to you. It worked out to be about $1.60 a six pack.
I remember that.
And we spent about $180. Now, I don't know how much we spent, but there was a lot of this stuff. And we started to play bottle caps where you sit on the floor and you try to throw the cap into a cup that someone holds between their legs. And by the end of it, we were playing with about 50 bottle caps. So each time a person threw it, I actually, not only did I pee in the silverware drawer, but I also went for a nap in a snowbank. If your first whiff didn't find me when she did, I would have been a popsicle. It's amazing we survived our youth.
Well, that's a fact, huh? For real.
Yeah. But
Your deer is 5'5".
5'5", you say? My girl's a little taller than you. I do really have big hands. That's freaky big hands. And here's the thing: Johnny has big hands, but I just have hands that are not right. You know.
My adult sibling and I will get each other rolling on the floor laughing, and people around us will get annoyed because they don't get our humor. I think it stems from being in the same environment as kids. Yeah, when you grow up together, you see the same stuff, and it influences how you think. And it's like, I can't tell you what he's thinking. Like, if something happens, like something's on TV, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. And 99% of the time, I'm right. So it's knowing how they are and how you react, and it's interesting.
Yeah, to be sure.
There's my dude. I love Left Eye Pat, man. I really do. I want to thank you for the talk today about being in relapse without physically relapsing. Brought things into a different perspective and helped me notice the ingredients we're mixing. There you go, man.
You know, that's exactly why you journal too, right? Because if you're not putting pen to paper, then you miss it. You're gonna miss things.
I wouldn't say that. I definitely don't have mittens. I could palm a basketball when I was in 7th grade, and there were guys like who were seniors in high school who couldn't do that.
Well, there are still people that can't palm. I would say 9 out of 10 people can't palm a basketball. Yeah, he doesn't have small hands. I just have freakishly large hands.
And from Massachusetts, it's nice to see Sigs that get along. I talk with one of mine, but the other two were very separated. It was their choice. And my life is actually better without them. Toxic, both of them. It's a tough thing. You got to take care of yourself, though.
Oh no! The second we stop filming, we start swinging at each other. It's like the Kinks. Same thing with quibs. You know what I mean? We're as long as that camera's running, but boy, they turn that camera off. We just start. It's cats and dogs.
There's a lifeboat.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Kristen and Melinda. We need a visual. See, really not that much difference. I'm wider through the paw. But we've got, we do have big hands.
We need a visual.
Keith, can you do it one in each hand? Can you get one in both hands?
I might be on my left for sure. My right. I don't know. I'm not sure. Veggie Beard hasn't met many people who have larger hands than I do.
I've only met 2 people. I've shaken 2 sets of hands in my life that were bigger than mine. It doesn't happen very often.
I can't remember the last.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was one of them. He had really, really big hands. What did Reese say that I missed? He's got the.
No, but Maribel can palm a strawberry.
I'd like to see that. Head back up. I want to see what.
She likes what you call her.
Yes. Go figure.
That old chestnut.
That old chestnut. And I didn't even say it bad. I could have said, and every once in a while when I palm, the dulcet tones of Tommy Scoville. Sometimes. Andre, the dry, yeah, he had good size hands. He had good size hands. I'd like to check people's oil with that. Surprised you didn't know it.
Wow.
Pretty rugged.
Holy
Familiar with this?
Yeah.
Oil checker. Yeah. Apparently not. How's that oil? Working out for you. You know, you have 4 minutes left in this performance.
Yep.
You may have to finish without me on account of the fact that I cannot sit down anymore.
We'll take off.
I will. I'm going to go lay down because I have a show I got to do. This is.
Grab that chair and
Yeah.
you know.
I'll come back.
Oh, see, that's not good. This is why we can't have nice things, people. If you saw what he just did to the floor, it was.
Thank you, everybody. It was fun.
Okay, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
What are you guys drinking? Nothing. Oh, this is just water. Just water. Which is crazy because I don't like drinking water. Doesn't taste good. Doesn't. Hold on a second. I didn't even mean to click on that. I'll tell him you said that. Oh, I can't. There we go. Not that I ever cared for the guy, but have you ever run into Gigi Allen? I never did. I'll tell you what, that guy, that was a train wreck. I appreciate all you guys being here. Any final questions before we bounce out? We'll go hang out and eat something, play with the cat. Please check out the Admiral's fiance, which is a word very, very close to finance, but we're going to let that slide right there. Relatable Reese, please. Rico is going to try to grow some chocolate pods this year. Does the chocolate Primatali have good flavor? If you like chocolate pods, it does. If you don't, it's going to taste like a dirty trick. For real. They're oftentimes very floral, and they just have a disproportionate burn relative to what kind of SHUs they're carrying. They're wicked hot. I'm not even sure what Blue Bayou. You know what? I'm so laid back, I don't really care. I'm very easygoing. Oh, Chili Chaplin. Johnny Scoville, exciting news. We're going to start growing super hots on the White Mountain Apache River Reservation in Arizona. Oh, that's exciting. I want to come see it. Would you call me? You heard me. You heard me. Gamer Jackie. I heard Tommy's answer of sour nerds, but I didn't hear what your favorite non-spicy snack is. Man, I don't really snack. It's weird. I don't. Chocolate? Does chocolate count as a snack? Probably not. I really don't know. I'd have to think about it. I really, don't know. What is the longest length you've ever grown your braid? I just cut it off a little while ago. It was pretty long. It was probably a foot long, foot and a half long. I don't know where it went. Here it is. This is how long it was, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So, if I cut it during a stream, so that is super good. The tips I can save it. Not gonna lie, can I tell you guys something? I'm tired of having this goatee. I thought about cutting it at the last video I uploaded. But I'm just sick of it, and I could so easily cut this like right now. I'm tired of having it, and I think I'd look good without it, right? How bad would it be? Would it be that big a deal if I cut my goatee off? Would it matter? Like, I don't believe in a good luck. I don't believe in like, hey, that's the reason that, it's not like I'm Samson. If I cut my goatee, I can't eat hot stuff, but I'm tired of having it. Look at that. Marimella says, do it. Cut that thing off. I'm sick of having it. I mean, I really am. It'd be so nice just to shave my face. I hope I get some rest too. Cut it, dude. You'll still be you. See? Hell no, don't do it. Doesn't matter. Heard you says. Bizzle. Isn't that funny? Everybody's saying, yeah, no, don't do it. Yeah, do it. Don't do it. And Bizzle's like, I dare you. That's such a Bizzle thing. Heard you throwing that in there too. No, you do it if it annoys you. It annoys me. I'm sick of having it, man. I really am. It's not that I'm just sick of looking at it. Can you imagine? Listen, imagine you look. I know I look way younger, Reese. I swear I will. You know what? I was looking at this. I found a picture yesterday. It's actually a really cute picture. This is my kid, my oldest, who's now 30. He's old. That's me back when I had hair. I would look younger. See? I know. Kim says, keep the beard. Travis, do us all a favor. Woo. You're cutting it off anyway. You could dye it a funny color, right? Are you more irritated with it? Or what did I lose? Not because you're tired. I don't know. It's just, I've had it a really long time, man. It isn't so much just, Like how often, unless you're like Lois Griffin, how often does a woman have a haircut and she doesn't change it ever? You know what I mean? And like guys, like they change their hair. Well, I don't have any hair, so I have this, and it's been the same old cracker. You know what I mean? I need to change. Then, you know what? We were younger, Pam. Everywhere we went, we got that. We really did. In fact, I have a picture right here. This is Tommy when he first got out of the big house. Where is it? When he first got out of the big house, he had a goatee just like mine. There's Tommy right after he got out. So yeah, I need to cut the thing off. I'm ready to get it done. Johnny, get a mohawk tattooed on your head, or I don't know about that. You look even more Gorg. Oh wow, that's funny. My beard grows fast, man. It's a drag. Just tired of having it. You know what, Reese? Do a video eating the hot pepper while shaving the beard. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. The day I cut this off, it was weird. I had scissors. I went, it was like, wow, I just cut that off. It was kind of strange. If I do that, I'll shave it on camera. It'd be funny to go shave it. Can't think of a better name. Cut it right now, right at the top of the braid, like right there. Don't push me. Look at Tommy's like, dude. Getting off the gray and getting off the white. You betcha. Used to have waist length golden blonde curls when I was younger. Hey, I used to be a hair model. It's all right. True story, you guys. Here's my hair model days. You want to see a picture when I was a hair model? Right there in the middle. It was about that same year as when I was a hair model. It was 20, 21, 20 or 21. So there, I wasn't always bald. Maybe you'd be less single. I like my singleness. Pleasing odors, half the point. No, here's the thing. I'm single. I just don't know how available I am. Pam, you can cut it off for charity. Who'd want it? Here's the thing. I've had people offer me money for I cut it once in a video, I cut like a couple inches off in a video, and they said, why do I still have that on the screen? Sorry about that. I cut it off in a live stream once, and they said, someone offered me like $100 for it. I'm like, look, man, I've seen too many like CSI. It's like, man, we don't know. There's nobody, no clues at the crime. Oh, we just found his hair. Let's send it to the lab and see whose DNA it is. They say, get that Scoville character. That's a dude named Kai. Yeah, the guy on the left is a guy named Kai. Let me see. Is that who that was? Where is it? The guy on the right is a guy named Steve. The guy with the hat is Steve. And the guy on the left is a guy named Kai. He spelled his name K-Y. For real. That's how he spelled it, K-Y. No, it wasn't Tommy. I'm single and don't like to mingle. I don't think you'd be skiing that day, Tommy. That was like June or July. I don't think you'd be skiing that day. That was a fun fraternity house. Nothing good ever happened there, though. I'm not going to lie to you about that. That is pretty funny. The Seinfeld episode where Elaine's boyfriend, the swimmer, grows his hair back, and I think it's George. That's a great episode. All my old pics are old pics. Kids, everybody nowadays, your baby pics are in 1080. They're 4K. You know what I mean? All my early pics are like a Polaroid. What is that? Let's hope you don't, Reese. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. I love you all. You're all rock stars. Pop in tomorrow. You're here live, same bat time, same bat channel. If you haven't subscribed to Reese, I'm not happy with you. Just saying. If you haven't subscribed to Tommy, got problems. Please do that. All right. Love you guys a lot. All the mods that were here, thank you so much. Everybody that could have done something else, but you stuck here with me and Tommy, forget about it. You guys are awesome. Oh, no way. Krista Melenda's 5-year-old got lost his first tooth today. So cool. I hope that Tooth Fairy gives him a lot of money. Start wrenching teeth out. Hook him up. Hook him up. That's a great comment. Every single picture is a picture when you were younger. I actually have one picture of when I was older, but I'm not going to show everybody. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tell someone you love them. Please be kind. I'm Johnny Scoville. And this way, I'll sleep tonight. I promise. I'm trying. It's not like I'm not trying. I'm not like partying at night or anything. I'll try. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville. And this was Chase the Heat.